There's a poem in the description section. I wrote it right after he was killed. What love is and is not. When I had no friends. Oh, great. It restarted again. Gotta love this, right? The poem in the description section I wrote for Natalie right after she was killed. um, when I needed a friend, Natalie Bollinger and Maddie Boa were the only two friends that I had. When you only love somebody when convenient, you don't love them. When you only love them when they do what you want them to do, you don't love them. Natalie's family absolutely did not love her, just as my family absolutely does not love me. That's not a reflection on Natalie or myself. That's a reflection of the shitty American family system. The system of burdening your children and then throwing them away. When Natalie Bollinger was going to kill herself, I traveled all the way to Virginia at her request because her family was going to drive her to commit suicide. When her sister wanted me to stay behind the cricket store, Natalie Bollinger didn't work there. Alicia did. Natalie lost her job because she attempted suicide. She attempted suicide because I wasn't there fast enough. She called me up one night and told me that her family was driving her nuts. They were driving her to commit suicide. No matter what she said, no matter what she did, everything must be the fault of heroin. It was driving her nuts. I love Natalie Bollinger, and when she did horrible things to me, my love was not conditional. My terms for sticking around were conditional. It doesn't matter how much you love somebody when they're abusive towards you. It's not a matter of how much you love them. At that point, it's a matter of how much they love you and whether or not you're willing to take the abuse. Natalie wanted her family to love her the right way, and she would have done anything for that, including have Joseph Michael Lopez blow her fucking head off. I gotta try to coordinate with Claire. I'll have about 3 hours in the library once I get there. I'm gonna have to end this video. When Natalie wanted me to drive 1,700 miles to Virginia, I went. Oh my god, another one of these nut jobs wanting to type on here. Like he gets to have an opinion. He don't. I'd use her on this channel. See, we get all these assholes who think they get to come on here and be assholes and have opinions. Fuck your opinion. We're sticking to facts. I'm still talking about the reason that I'm being abused because I'm still being abused. I'm still talking about the reasons I'm taken advantage of because I'm still being taken advantage of. When it comes to loving somebody, it ain't about sex. When Natalie Bollinger disappeared, did I go talking about what a horrible person she is, or did I try to help find her? I tried to help find her. I tried to get the word out. But you are sick, disgusting, perverted people. You take out all of your bullshit on disabled homeless men. All of it. Everything that ever went wrong in your life, you take it out on disabled homeless men. Whether you blame them or not, that's not love. You're not a loving person. You're certainly not a Christian. Just like Natalie Bollinger's family aren't Christians. One thing you're going to hear out of just about every junkie in your life is the Jesus. When they do fucked up shit, you should forgive them because the Jesus. Well, how many times are you going to let somebody rape you before you say enough is enough? How many times are you going to let somebody beat on you before you say enough is enough? How many times are you going to let somebody steal your money before you say enough is enough? When you're a disabled person, you don't get to say enough is enough. You're judged by other people's opinions and bias, and your rights are never, ever acknowledged. Even after everything that Natalie Bollinger did to me, and after everything that her friends did to me before she was killed. When she disappeared, what did I do? I tried to help find her, you pieces of shit. I offered her every penny I had to get her somewhere safe, you pieces of shit. That's love. After getting treated like a child molester and a rapist for over a year before she was killed, and all she had to do was tell the truth and call off the dogs. She told one little white lie to try to cover her ass because she wanted her family to love her. But that's not what her family ran with, is it? That's not what her friends ran with, is it? No, they had to embellish and make up horrible, horrible things as their excuses for putting their nasty fucking cockbeaters on me. Natalie didn't love anybody. She was very nice. She was very kind. But when somebody lets you know that they're being harmed over something that literally never happened, you know that it literally never happened and you are letting that person be harmed, you are a disgusting excuse for a human being. That just doesn't just go for Natalie Bollinger. That also goes for Maddie Boa and Alicia Bollinger and Rochelle Shelley Campbell and Danica Garner. It also goes for my friends and family. It goes for my little sister Tara. It goes for my older brother Eric. It goes for my mother who's now dead. It goes for my father. I don't matter. You show that I don't matter by talking over me incessantly. Everything that I say, you've got a magic cure for, and I owe it to you to hear you out. Just like there's people who say, oh, well, Sean, I'm going to help you out because I like you. This is out of the kindness of my heart. I don't expect anything. And then they literally expect things from me all day long that I'm not even capable of doing for myself. And if I don't harm myself physically and put myself through excruciating pain to do these things, then I get it thrown in my face. I get treated like I'm just being lazy. And that's not how disabilities work. If you only love me when you can't see my disabilities, When you only love me when I pretend that things are all right. You don't care about me. You care that I'm willing to pretend everything is all right. And when I don't pretend everything is all right, you're going to throw me away like trash. The situation where I was not all right in Virginia, let me tell you why I was not all right. I was staying in my car. I had a busted phone that I didn't even want. It was a gift for my birthday. I didn't have any money to go home to Boulder. Natalie Bollinger, the last time I saw her was on my birthday. Now, she was going to meet with me the following Monday. We didn't get to meet on Monday. We didn't make it that far. Because by that point, I was severely dehydrated. Alicia Bollinger had quit her job. I had nobody to talk to. I had no friends. Nobody to call. Meanwhile, my phone did its own thing. Now, all of this is not just easy to explain, it's easy to prove. If anyone wants to take a look, but they didn't take a look. They were too busy passing judgment, too busy assuming the worst, too busy believing a lie without taking a look at the situation or listening to both sides. Natalie Bollinger was literally never my victim. I'm hers. And this J Miles feller down here, who just got blocked from my channel, I'm his victim too. Because you believe you get to have an opinion and you get to bully and berate me over something you don't know a goddamn thing about. You've been listening to fucking storytellers that only hear one side, only listen to one fucking side. One thing I can say as someone who was born and raised here in the United States is that Americans are trashy people. They're selfish people. When they say that they'll help you out of the goodness of their heart, what they mean is they have a whole bunch of stuff that they expect for that. But they're not going to tell you that till they reeled you in. How many people have reeled me in by saying that there's a safe place for me and my evidence where I can sit down in peace and quiet and go through my evidence? And I can use their mailbox. And I get there and there's no such thing as peace and quiet because Shannon Alvarado can't stop drinking, or Brett Roloff and his girlfriend Amber can't stop snorting methamphetamines. It doesn't matter how much I love them. The fact is that they're drug addicts, and that's what runs their lives. I got in this video because I got to head across the street and make a call and get all this stuff started. Good to be with you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and your sister's keeper too, and no victim left behind.